It's called Allah Yahweh Bahashim Mashiach Yahushua. Anyways, what I gotta do, yet again, this is gonna be a part two of me just simply defending myself. I'm just do a commentary on a video that was made about me. Um, Slander. It's not true. All that's happening in the community is the Most High is waking up his elect, moving his goats, separating the sheep from him, and he's going to bring condemnation to those that just coming against the elect. You know what I mean? Up against principalities and rulers in high places. Right? So what we need to do as the elect is just continue to submit ourselves to God, because things are going to happen. We're going to get persecuted. People are going to come against us. So let me get James chapter 4. This is James chapter 4, verse 7. Right? It says, submit yourselves therefore unto God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Verse 9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy into heaviness. Verse 10, be humble yourselves in the sight of Yahweh, and he shall lift you up. Right? These are things we need to be doing and meditating on, right? So we can stay girded in times of persecution, especially around these times. Verse 11, this is very important because this is what people are doing and they're in violation of, right? Speak not evil of one another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brethren and judge his brother speak evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge. Right? Don't be judging, man. Show that love. Be encouraged. That's why I encourage the real Hebrew. And people are trying to monopolize off of that to try to judge me off of certain things, man. That's just not right. I also want to get something else. Because we got to check the spirits of the people that cause themselves exposing and doing all of these things. This is Galatians. Let's get the book of Galatians, right? These are key principles and things we actually tend to forget. So we got to check the fruit or the nature of the people that's talking. Y'all can't, right? Y'all gotta not let that slip your mind. Okay. So this is Galatians chapter 5. It says 5:20. It's like it. Let's get it. This is Galatians chapter 5, but verse 6. I start at 14. It says, for all the laws fulfilled in one word, even this, thou shalt love thy brother as yourself. Right? So we must love each other as we love ourselves, and essentially that's coming through Christ. These are the foundations of how you know who's who. Right? Okay? And we got to cast down thoughts and imaginations. I'm working on that, but essentially that fruit is going to show. You're going to taste it. It says, but if you bite and devour one another, take heed that you be not consumed of one another. See that? Verse 16. This I say then, walk not, Salakia. Then this I say then, walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. So if we walk in the spirit, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua, all of this back and forth exposed instead of lifting up, all these slanders, all of these lies, it'd be none of that. This is why I said, y'all use these principles to check who really in the spirit or not. This is why the Most High gave us this, because he said it'd be reproof unto men, right? You understand that? It says, verse 17, it says, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these things are contrary to one another, so that you cannot do the things that you would. But if you be led of the spirit, you're not under the law, meaning you're not under, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. You're going to always fulfill the things that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are deeds, adulteries, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, adultery, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envies, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. You understand that? All this stuff, all this envious, all this strife, you're not gonna inherit the kingdom of God, man. Right? It's just really that simple. And this is the judgment. All right? This is the judgment, right? Let's get verse 22. But the fruits of the spirit, so understand the spirit of one that's talking to you. What spirit they in? What spirit you in when you expose them? Is it really hatred? Is it compassion? Like, what is that? We got to be able to discern these things. Verse 22. But the spirit, slacking, but the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there's no law. You're not bound. There's no law because you're not transgressing. The law is written in you to perform it, which is why it says there's no law, because it's written in you to perform it. You're not under it, right? Under it is, oh, Salakia. Dang, I shouldn't have did that. Dang, here go the tenants again, right? But they that are, Salakia, and they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections of the lust. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit. It's just really that simple. I got 20 minutes on this phone, so I'm going to get right to it. Appreciate that. I'm about to get right to it because there's a woman online slandering. The woman lied, man. So we gotta deal with this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem. Y'all was shy, man. Oh gosh, hate I have to go through this, bring this up, but I have to address the lies and slander, right? You gotta address this. Sheesh.
A man named Shabar who used to be a part of Sakari. Now, recently, Shabar has been going on a tirade trying to protect Sakari and Guerrilla Hebrew for all the wrongdoings that they've done and try to...
So these dudes got a vendetta against the Sakari camp, right? These guys got a vendetta against the Sakari camp. That's what's happening here. And they're blaming me because I went on, because I have a platform and I went to protect and spoke on Guerrilla Hebrew, right? I spoke on Guerrilla Hebrew, and they're mad, so they went to get my ex-wife that committed adultery to bear false witness against me. So I have to address these accusations.
Demonize us and other brothers and sisters for the evil things that they've done and say that we're wicked. And also, too, we've had an encounter with him on Clubhouse, right? And what happened was Shabar came on and he started when we made this room rebuking Alazar, he came on with a really, really off spirit and talking real reckless. And he was talking about how righteous he was and all this other stuff. And then come to find out, he doesn't even take care of his kids. A brother named 44 Swift, I believe, the brother that used to be a part of GMS Chicago. He ended up telling us, and there was other brothers with him, that he don't take care of his kids. He had this sister right here, Sarah, all right, and her kid that he hasn't taken care of. Yet he's going around rebuking and talking about how bad everybody else is, to the point where there's been threats of threats of violence. If the sister can correct me on that, and also too just completely neglect upon his household, right? So, with that being said, brother Ikron, you want to say anything?
No, man. I think we should move forward now and let the sister bring out her testimony, man, because this is ridiculous, man. And it's got to be addressed, because you can't just go around pretending to be all holy or like you're following the Most High, and not be taking care of your family.
All because I push a sin-free doctrine, right? All because I left and developed my own type of style of things, how I'm doing things, people want to come against you. All because I wanted to be in the spirit, and say, hey, maybe people should forgive. There's some called 70 times 7. Peter lied 3 times. Christ even said, forgive them, they know not what they do. I mean, what are we talking about here?
So how are you going to lead and preach the truth when you don't even have your own house in order?
First of all, the woman committed adultery. First and foremost, I don't have that. What like, you know what I mean? Like the scriptures say, you got to even hear the whole matter. These guys haven't heard their whole matter. They heard one side of a story. Somebody's lying, slandering, right? And they're running with that. And the guys already did a part 1 of this video, so I want y'all to go see the live and get the evidence because this woman's lying. Once y'all see this review and go see part 1 of this, part 1 of what I did, you're gonna clearly see that she's a liar.
You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's move into this then.
Okay, yeah. So Sarah, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, no, all praises. Yeah, please give your testimony. And as brothers and sisters are coming in, shalom, of course, that's brother Ikaran, Aliyah, Yashala the Mighty. God bless, all praises. And then Alon, Shalom, I'm almost done making sure people in my house straight. Just send me the link to my inbox. All praises, we'll do that. Yeah, but without further ado, sister, please give your testimony.
So like, it's nothing more but gossip, man. That's all this is.
I'm gonna give you the floor to say everything you need to get out and reveal what's been going on with this individual, Shabar.
Okay, well, me and Shabar met a little over 2 years ago, almost going on 3. And
haven't dealt with this woman in 3 years.
And when we first met, we really didn't court for that long. It was like he was in a rush. And please don't mind my daughter in the back. So he was rushing the courtship. And fast forward to when we moved in together, I found myself paying for everything.
That first one, that's a lie. 2, we were both in a rush. That's true. Like basically how the situation was, she had ran from her parents' house. She gave me some sob story. She was living in some shelter. She wasn't paying for everything. I started and I have documented my own jerk chicken business. I started out in New York and I was making $300 to $400 a day. Facts on Flatbush. I have these things documented. This woman worked at McDonald's for a little bit of time and immediately stopped. She never paid for all of anything. That's just a fact, right? Let me get this back open. It's ridiculous.
I was working very hard, and he wasn't working at all. You know, I would find myself giving him my money, just doing whatever I could to make sure me and him were good.
Off of a McDonald's check, pregnant, working a few hours a week, stop the goddamn cap. Then how do I have documentation of me being outside the grill and making money? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And a month in, we found out we were having a child, and that's when he informed me that we had to move out of the room that we were living in. We were living in a room inside of the brother's house, and we had to move out for certain reasons. It was really because he wasn't paying the rent as he had informed me that he was.
Well, hold on, let's go back.
A month in, we found out we were having
no, 2 weeks in, because you made sure we had sex every day, right? It was 2 weeks in we found out, and it wasn't that's when I decided to leave. You knew what was very well going on. Basically, what was going on was a brother in the house selling drugs, hardcore dope. And what he was like, look, bro, I just ran off with the plug shit, bro. Motherfucker might be coming around here looking. I'm like, shit, I got a family. It's a wrap. We can't go. You know what I mean? So in split decisions, I'm like, look, you got to go to your people's house. And I'm finna go to Chicago. And then what we go do is, me and Victoria go bring you down because I was already dealing with another woman. We was dealing with a whole polygamous relationship. So she capping, stopped the cap, and you never paid for all of anything. You were living in a shelter when I met you. When you met me, you got put up, and you got put in a room with a brother that was a false brother that's supposed to have been an Israelite, right? That's what he was supposed to have been, but he was selling dope. And he eventually went to the ISUPK and repented from it. But guess what? Me and Tazaryak and that brother had a whole council about that whole matter. Yeah, we had a whole council about that whole matter. So nobody ever left that because nobody couldn't afford no goddamn rent. You're a damn liar. That brother was being paid well. What are you talking about?
Child, and that's when he informed me that we had to move out of the room that we were living in. We were living in a room inside of the brother's house, and we had to move out for certain reasons. It was really because he wasn't paying the rent as he had informed me that he was, but he was not.
No.
And so after I moved out, I had to go right back into my parents' house.
No, you didn't go right back. You were at a shelter. You live in shelters in New York City. You never right back anywhere. You never in your parents' house. Right? I told you it would be the best thing if you went to your parents' house. You were in a shelter before that. That's the pitch you gave me, which is why I felt sorry for you. You even came out there even faster to save yourself. That's what happened. Stop lying. It had nothing to do with nobody being able to pay for anything. What are you talking about? Because if that's the case, why weren't you in the room before I got there? Confounded.
From thence, it got. And before that, while we were in the room, he was already showing me that he was violent 2 weeks in, slapping glass off the dresser and cutting his hand, yelling.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah. I did get mad and smack the bottle off the, do you have a job? No. I have a business. I make whatever job you got, I make that in probably 4 days. No, what are you talking about? You ever heard of some kind of LLC? A job? What are you talking? A job? How you in New York City with a job? You talking about a business? So the context of this is talking about a business. This woman was living in shelters, because that's how people survive in New York City. They go to shelters to get their housing. I don't know nothing about that. I'm a hustler. I always had my own money and stuff like that. I don't know nothing about no shelters and struggling like that. Anyway, sister's line.
At me and emotionally neglecting me.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me speak to that. Yeah, I did hit a bottle. There's a bottle on the desk. I hit it and I cut my hand. Yeah, more than likely she was lying, doing some crazy ass shit, stressing me the hell out at the time. This was 3 years ago, emphatically. This was 3 years ago. I don't even know why she's even up here talking about some slanderous crap like this when this even happened 3 years ago. And then for one, she's fabricating everything. Wait till she get more into this story. This is gonna get even crazier. And go look at part 1 of this. This is crazy.
Right after
what's
all
happening?
That
what's happening is somebody's slandering my name. Somebody's trying to get clout. It's around Passover season. Everybody's trying to expose the people and do this and get clout off of other people. And people see their baby daddies getting names. This woman's an adulteress. She committed adultery with her brother in Sakari. This woman shouldn't even, to even have her on their platform shows me these brothers is wicked and all outside, man. Like, good grief. Like, this is crazy. But I proved and substantiated that all in my last video.
We moved out. I was in my parents' house, and I was carrying his child. Mm-hmm. Is when he got even more, distant and hostile, mm-hmm. and creating arguments and fights and calling me out of my name, calling me all kinds of B words.
Yep.
I guess he was upset and angry at him clearly being homeless and me not being able to help him.
So look, if I was homeless, how did I get to New York? I was like freaking paying rent. And why are you messing with somebody that's homeless? And why would I leave Chicago, come to New York to be homeless and then be mad at you because I'm supposedly homeless? What are you talking about, man? Show me where I ever look homeless in my life. Show me where I ever look homeless, first of all. Like, this is crazy. Homeless? What are you talking about? Where is it? I got a Cash App. My Cash App keep record. I have nothing in my Cash App that ever demonstrate I was home. I have nothing on paperwork that ever demonstrate that either. It's something called a large range of consistency. What is she talking about?
Eventually, after I moved into my parents' house, he moved out of the city and he went back to Chicago.
Wait, who is everybody lying but you? So let's put it in perspective. I'm actually glad you said that. So let's examine that stupid statement. Everybody's lying but me. Um, you have a woman bringing a slanderous statement. You have two people that never heard the whole matter, never brought me up to examine whatever I had to say. Right? A bitter woman. It's the same woman that's trying to adopt her daughter that's 3 years old. Send her to the adoption place and not give her to her father. What are you talking about? Same woman that was bitter because she came in as the second wife and she still live in shelter to this day, still ain't got her shit together. What are you talking about? How about you shut the hell up and you hear the whole matter? What are you talking about?
And you know, when I would try to pull him and contact him, it turned into me harassing him because he had left me the way he did. And when he got back to Chicago, I would call him and he would tell me on the phone that he really didn't like me as much and he didn't think we were together.
So I got to Chicago and I said, hey, I don't like you as much and we're not together. How long did that go on? Why do I have records of your mom saying otherwise? What are you talking about? If that's the case, then why would I come to New York and deal with my daughter, plead with her? Why do I have messages and text messages from me and your mom saying different things? What are you talking about? You're a liar. Maybe you didn't think that's crazy because she did this, because the video I did right after this, maybe she didn't think I had all of that proof and screenshots and stuff. This is just the reaction to what she's saying, but if you want to see some substantiation, just go look at the last live.
He just totally switched on me from then. And he left me all the way up to I was 21 weeks pregnant. 23 weeks pregnant is when he came back. But it was forcefully, like it was as if he was forcing himself to come back to me because the sister that he was living with had kicked him out. It was a lot of domestic violence going on between.
That's a lot. And look, the sister that she's alleging, I talk to right now to this day. She would very well verify that. That's a goddamn gonna lie. Dang, hold on, let me get
the two of them. So she kicked him out because he was also.
So I get shoot. Let me get this charger. Just this. I hate to have to do a part 3 of this. That's gonna be annoying. But you know what I'm about to do? Hopefully it's stretch. What is this? Come on. Ah, come on, man. Okay. This is crazy. What's going on? You know, man, people out here making slander, man. I gotta speak on the wild thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on the charger right here. I got a bootleg it together. Oh, this is about to be crazy. Also, look, this is what I'm about to do though. So I'm about to go get this phone and I'm about to play it. And then I'm gonna go to the bathroom and y'all just go listen to the crazy she's saying. I'm gonna come back and play it back and comment. So 5, 4, 3, 2.
You know, sleeping around with other women in that city. And he came back to me and he was cursing me out and calling me out of my name once again, calling me all kinds of whores and B words and humiliating and embarrassing me in front of other people outside. And it got to a point where I just left the place that I resided in with him and went right back to my parents. And my parents could clearly see that he was dealing with something spiritual, some demons that he had on him. And before I had moved out of that establishment, I was with him in it for 3 days. He had a woman call me on the phone and basically called herself cursing my unborn child, because he was associating himself with women that was dabbling in divinations and witchcraft. So she called my phone and was calling herself cursing my child. For a man who's of God, you should not be doing that. You should be protecting your wife, your so-called wife, and everything. So that's what happened before he had came back and resided with me for those 3 days. It was a lot of craziness and back and forth of unseemly things he was doing before he came down to me. And so after I had moved out of that establishment that I was with him in for 3 days, he vanished again. He left. And I guess he went right back to Arizona or Chicago because he's always bouncing around into different states.
Let's see what she. Let me go back. Let me go back. See what she said. Let me go back.
And before I had moved out of that establishment, I was with him in it for 3 days. He had a woman call me on the phone and basically called herself cursing my unborn child. Because he was associating himself with women that was dabbling in divinations and witchcraft. So she called my phone and was calling herself.
All right, so no, so I don't know what the hell she was saying before that. So what happened was I was dealing with another sister. Says this sister, she's not. Well, I don't know why she ain't saying that she was in a polygamous relationship. She was a second wife and all this stuff. I don't understand. So I was dealing with another woman as well. So the other woman had a dream that one of her babies caught fire. Just so happened, this woman, Sarah, that we talking about, is an adulterous woman. She committed adultery, and the baby that she got now is about a brother named Yodam that's from the Sakari camp. No coincidence, she's bringing up this same dream about a specific baby that got caught in some fire. So no, she never cursed your baby. What she did was she called you and she relayed a dream to you, and you got in your emotions and you hung up on that woman. That's what happened. You're an adulterous woman, right? This ain't no different. I ain't even gonna bring that up. But yeah, so hey guys, Passover season, people better beware. People are evil. This is an evil woman.
Cursing my child. For a man who's of God, you should not be doing that. You should be protecting your wife, your so-called wife, and everything. So that's what happened before he had came back and resided with me for those 3 days. It was a lot of craziness and back and forth of unseemly things he was doing before he came down to me. And so after I had moved out of that establishment that I was with him in for 3 days, he vanished again. He left. And I guess he went right back to Arizona or Chicago because he's always bouncing around into different states. And once again ignore.
Sound like you jealous because you can't bounce around. Yeah, how am I bouncing around if I ain't got no goddamn money? What are you talking about? You know how many camps I got in different states? Maybe that comes from bouncing around and doing the work of God.
And this time getting on social media and telling people that I'm a whore and that
prove it.
I'm a prostitute and that
prove it.
I slept with different men in the community, which wasn't true.
Prove it.
He came back again for a baby shower. And at this baby shower, he wasn't really being nice to me at all. It was forced once again.
Man, I got, what are you talking about? I went to the baby shower. I went shopping before I got there and everything. What are you talking about? The match you told me what colors you was wearing. We was chilling. I have a video of you playing with my jewelry. What are you talking about? How was it forced? What are you talking about? We was chilling. Do I gotta go get the video? Chat, y'all want me to go get it? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all want me to get that video when she was playing with my jewelry at the place. Let me get that, man. Oh, she thought we had a video. Hey chat, she thought we had a video. Hey, we got the video. You lying. You lying. You lying. Damn. Yeah, look at damn. I was happy to be there. Damn, y'all hear that? She had the pink nail. I had the pink shirt. I made sure I got right for her. I was like, all right, cool. This what we on. And then look, it's look. This is pinned to this day. Right here. Oh, come on. You gonna do me like that, Sarah Barra? I thought you went better than me, man. So, boy, that's quiet. Why do we do it like that, boy? I don't do it like that, boy. Right? It's crazy. Let's get some more of this, though. What else this woman's talking about? Boy, I'm hungry. This gave me an appetite, boy. All these goddamn lies. Let me see what else you talking about. Woman. I like this, though. This is fun. I'm up for the persecution. Y'all understand it, boy. I'm up. You hear me?
Took pictures, and then after he left, he told me that we didn't have to be together because we had a baby together.
So I'm saying, hey, I don't want to be with you. Then months. So if that's true, how do I have text messages with us talking about being with each other? How do I have text messages with us being cordial with each other and things of that nature? You're a liar. Why would me, an ex-Sakari member who understands sex is weird, come deal with you, put a baby in you, and then say, you know what, man, the fuck you? That don't even make sense, because I'm a polygamous man. Why would a polygamous man do that? You're a liar, man. This woman trying to just say this, man, you know what? He laid eyes. I mean, for some reason, I was just distasteful. Nobody knows what happened. I don't know what happened. I can't explain it. He can't explain it. He just some spirit jumped on me, man. I just don't know what happened. This is the role she's playing, like we're stupid. Man, you one of them women from the fucking Tyler Perry movie, man. Nothing short of this. Hey, if y'all ever thought, like, damn, this shit ain't real, yes, it is. This is what she is. She that crazy woman from them Tyler Perry movies. You're hearing it right now. This is madness. Let me get this, man.
You know, playing the mind games again and saying things that should have never been said. And he went back to the Chicago, to wherever he was staying at, because the sister, she was like at this point helping him financially. And you know, I was
my wife ain't helping me financially. Well, actually, wait, was she help under me? Whatever. I guess so. I guess you could say that. Yeah, we helping each other.
Texting him and letting him know that it wasn't right for him to leave while I was about to give birth. You know, once again harassing him and bothering him, you know, as to why he left me again.
Oh.
And when it was time to give birth, like a week before my kid.
Hold on, so I did end up leaving at some point because we got into it. Really a long story, but what had happened between us and why I even left was absurd. Not even going to get into that. Either which way, I came back. And listen to this story. I want y'all to listen to this. Tell me if y'all think this make any goddamn sense.
He came back and was like cursing and carrying on because my parents wouldn't allow him to stay inside of my parents' house with me.
That's a lie. First and foremost, when I came back to New York, I was already staying at a condo in like around on it was like on Harlem, and it was like Brooklyn somewhere. It was somewhere in Brooklyn. But any which way, that's a damn lie. Right now, I can call Victoria, who was my first wife at the time. Right, I still talk to her. We cool. She used to fly to New York to stay with me. So why in the hell would I even been mad that I couldn't stay with you when I had a whole situation set up where I was staying where I wanted to stay, and I could have had who and whatever woman I wanted to come over there. What are you talking about? Me being a polygamous man? Are you damn it stupid? This is crazy. You're out your damn mind, okay? And, and I got pictures of me in New York. I got $1,000 worth of jewelry on that you playing with in your damn hand. Nobody homeless or can't not afford nothing in no damn New York. Is you stupid? Stop lying.
So, the day that I got induced, sorry.
Salakia, but no coincidence. She said sorry. I said Salakia, but nah, that's madness, man. She's lying. She's out of her damn mind. Carson flip tables right now.
The day that I got induced, I had to basically like force him to come into the doctor's room. And when we were in,
so she's getting induced in hard labor, and she's somehow forcing me to come into the doctor's room. Strike one. Out of a billion strikes, I already been stricken. Like, man, you're lying. What are you talking about? Listen, y'all. Right? I have pictures with me holding my daughter there. How the hell are you forcing me to come in there and I'm telling people to take pictures with my phone, me holding my daughter? What are you talking about? Did you forget I had these pictures? How many wives are you not with anymore? I counted 2 so far. All of them. Every one of them. And every one of them probably pregnant, salty, lost down on a goddamn rope and looking for a goddamn hand up right now. You know how y'all, I mean,
the doctor's room the day that
because
I
this
was
what
about
happened. This what happened. We continue in the Lord. We continue to preach Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Hey, Lord, we love these women. Hey, I love you. And I refuse to let you go. But if you want to leave, then what somebody go do? Tie your ass up and put you in the closet? Nah, these women go, they go leave, they go get fed up, they go change their God. They go change their doctrine. They go change their ways, this and that. The Bible tells you about this. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing new. Come on, man. Hey, listen, it's tough teaching the sin-free doctrine and people continuing in that. A lot of people would rather just bug out. It ain't easy to continue in the doctrine of perfection and want to jump on that. A lot of people ain't called. Hey, y'all, bottom line, this truth might not be for you, man.
Push the baby out. He was high off of marijuana. And
okay, so she said when she was pushing the baby out, I was high off marijuana. Let's get this context. Let's go back.
I had to basically like force him to come into the doctor's room. And when we were in the doctor's room the day that I was about to push the baby out, he was high off of marijuana. And the doctors had informed me that he was in the bathroom also smoking marijuana. And as I was pushing out...
I'm pretty sure I didn't smoke no weed before that time. Maybe I was high. But either which way, to say that I was smoking weed in the bathroom, you have to be a stupid... I'm going to tell you right now, like, listen, you have to be damn it stupid. So I went to the bathroom. This ain't crack we talking about either, y'all. This ain't crack. This ain't methamphetamine. This ain't Xanax. This ain't none of that. This woman is saying, and this is how slow she is. She's not even thinking. She's not even thinking that this is what people do not do on weed. She's not thinking. She's telling on herself. She's being exposed. Listen to what she just said. I want y'all to think. People don't do this with smoking weed. She would have said, look, he was in, if she would have said this year, he was in there on blues, or he was in there with a pipe in his motherfucking hand, smoking in the bathroom. That shit would have sounded believable. She actually said weed. Not a vape? Huh? Not a vape? In New York?
Sorry. The day that I got induced, I had to basically like force him to come into the doctor's room. And when we were in the doctor's room the day that I was about to push the baby out, he was high off of marijuana. And the doctors had informed me that he was in the bathroom also smoking marijuana. And as
why they inform her when she being the dude? Why they inform the damn police or security? You see how stupid this sounds? So they informed her.
I was pushing out my child.
Oh, so they informed her at the same time she was pushing out the child. So as she's pushing out the child, some doctors ran in the bathroom to check to see what the fuck I was doing. Ran back and told her what was going on as she was pushing out her child. Come on, man. Listen, I ain't even gonna lie. Whoever brought her on her stage is goddamn it retarded. Listen, the Most High definitely ain't with these niggas. I think this shit was gonna be so funny. Hey, man, I can't make this up, man. Hey, y'all know what's so funny? We doing this together because I ain't even listened to all this yet. Ugh.
He was arguing with me and my mother. He was making all kinds of
Hold on.
Sorry. The day that I got induced, I had to basically like force him to come into the doctor's room. And when we were in the doctor's room, the day that I was about to push the baby out, he was high off of marijuana. And the doctors had informed me that he was in the bathroom also smoking marijuana. And as I was pushing out my child, he was arguing with me and my mother. He was making all kinds of, negative statements as I was pushing his daughter out.
So as she pushing out the baby, I'm saying this. I can't believe you. That's basically what she's saying I was doing. I was just being a goddamn demon. You know what I mean? When she started, she's saying this. Hey, when I started to push that baby out, man, this nigga started to cuss me out. Dude, come on, man. Dude, that sound like a nigga pushing the sin-free doctrine, telling people to turn away from their sins and don't sin no more and repent, or you won't get in the kingdom of God. Dude, come on, man. I don't know if y'all examine this evidence. She was laughing at kids being molested, and she's trying to send her daughter away to white people and adopt her instead of to give her to me. Mind you, she got a baby. She got a baby right now. She got a baby right now. She ain't trying to get that baby up. That's the same baby she got off of committing adultery. And she wondered why a woman had 3 years ago had a dream about one of her babies being burnt up in a fire. Just so coincidentally, you committed adultery. Just also so coincidentally, you brought that same dream up coincidentally right before Passover. Quite interesting.
So after I had the baby, fast forward to when I went back to my parents' house, because my parents didn't want him to stay in the house with me because of how, mentally disturbing he was and how spiritually off he was. He was mad, and he was once again missing, didn't want to come and see her. He eventually, after that week of her being born, he left back to Chicago. At this point is when it got really, really rough. He started making comments as telling other brothers and them telling me that I'm a concubine, and them having to tell me, like, I'm getting these messages from people that I...
Where are the messages? Where are the brothers? Where are the witnesses? These are violations. These people don't even keep the law. They're lying. She's lying. Why aren't there witnesses brought up here? These supposed to be people that believe in the Bible. These are supposed to be Israelites. Hey, I produced all my screenshots and witnesses brought forth. That's what I did, and that's the difference. That's how I can tell who's lying or not. This is crazy. If y'all ain't seen my last live, please go look at that.
Didn't know, and people that didn't know me or him, they just knew that I was the mother of his child because of how badly he would go around and talk about me. So he was telling people that I was a...
Woman, I never wanted to be associated with you. You're nobody. You a lame. The last thing that I would have wanted done was to walk around and say I got such of an embarrassment of a wife that committed adultery. And this is proven because in the last live I did, I already have the proof and said I told even Hassad, look, I don't even want to handle this matter openly, man. This is embarrassing. I want to deal with this. I already dealt with a woman with a public matter committing adultery. She committed adultery. Why would I then want to go up the bat and have to deal with this yet again publicly? But here it is, yet again. Business is out there again because you want to get out there and try to be somebody. This ain't love and hip hop. This ain't loving them housewives to where you see you got somebody in the community that got a little name. Now you're trying to benefit off of that. It's a shame. You're an adulterous woman. You need to repent. The last thing you need to be doing is showing your damn face. You need to be putting your face in sackcloth. The hell is wrong with you?
Concubine, that I was a whore. He allowed one brother to verbally attack me, like right after, this is a sensitive time for me, and it's like he allowed the brother to attack me verbally and also make accusations against me that weren't true. So he's missing, you know, the whole year and 7 months of her being on this earth, breathing and living. And I've profusely begged this man through text message, through calls, to come be a father, see his daughter, and try to get himself together so that he can, you know, help me provide for her so that we could possibly be a family. And he was just gone. And when he would see other people associating themselves with me, he would harass them as well and tell them that I'm all kinds of whores.
How are you a whore? At this point, she ain't committed adultery yet. So why would I be saying you a whore? Why would I be slandering you? What was my motive? What are you talking about? Why y'all notice she ain't even brought up anything on what my motive would be? Notice she just painting a picture that I'm fucking crazy. She's just saying he's doing this. There's no motive. If the police was investigating this, they wouldn't get that, but they're here, but they investigating if what's the motive and what's going on. You crazy. You got more of a motive to be mad at me by not bringing up the police. Be like, well, were you in a polygamous situation? Oh yeah, I was in it. Well, why haven't you said that yet? Why didn't you say it was another woman that you was jealous of? Why haven't you brought in these things out? What the fuck? What I mean, it's like, yeah, what's really going on? How did that other woman call you and so-called Kirk? Like, stop lying. You trying to act like I just got some woman to call her. No, y'all already was talking to each other. She already had your number. How did she get your number? Stop lying. You was talking to her on Facebook. You're a liar, man. This woman's a liar, man. This is crazy. This, and you know what's so demonic about this? You know what's so demonic about this? You know what's so demonic about this? People will literally get up here and lie in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. People will literally get up here and lie in the name of Christ. This is what it looked like to have a reprobate mind. When you're not teaching a sin-free doctrine, when you're not telling people to turn from their sins and really be born again, people are going to corroborate and come against you and lie and slander. I never thought that I'd be really lied on like this. I got to take this cheerfully. Listen, the stuff I've been going through this year since 2025 hit, or whatever y'all want to say, yo, I never in my life thought I'd be doing, man, this is crazy. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is just wild, man. Yo, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's all. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
And B words, and also said that I slept with different men in the community, that I'm a prostitute, and that a couple of brothers paid for me inside of a hotel to sleep with me.
I never said that. And then where the brothers? Where the people? Where the witnesses? Where's the screenshots? Where's anything? I can't believe she's lying like this. She don't believe that God would take her off of this earth. This is madness. Yeah, the Most High do see it. He about to make a swift. He about quick work.
There was a lot of disturbing rumors that I would hear about myself and things that he would say to other people because they were associating themselves with me. And it got to a point where he started denying the paternity of his child and saying she wasn't his. Making posts on Facebook and saying that I forged his signature on the birth certificate. Also,
that's actually a fact. You did forge my signature. Listen, if you didn't forge my signature on the birth certificate, you should want to take that up to trial and let's see. I mean, you both know I never signed that birth certificate. This woman's a liar. So look, this was happened. This is the accusation. I went out to get something to eat after my daughter was born, because you know the process was just taking forever. And in New York City, and it's only something to eat just literally up the street. So I went out to get something to eat. And when I got back, they told the doctors that that it was okay for them to sign my name, and that's not true. And I can even call my mom right now. It's really early. It's 4 a.m. She's not gonna get up, but my mom can even substantiate that because I called her immediately, like, and my mom was like, well, do you feel like the baby's yours? And I was like, well, yeah, I feel like the baby's mine. She's like, well, so what's the problem? I was like, shit, well, I just feel uncomfortable. I didn't sign it. They signed it. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like, well, if you feel like it's your daughter, what the fuck is the problem? That's what my mama was saying. Like, I don't really understand. You feel me? And then I'm just like, and my emotions about it in the sense like, well, shit, I didn't sign it. That's really weird. You know what I mean? Like, you just been on crafty for the longest, and here you go. So when you sign a birth certificate, you were signing them to be What is the stick? Con. Yeah, man, this is wild. I wish this would be over. I don't know how much you kept fucking talking.
Saying that it could be anyone's child and ignoring me, and when it came to me asking him if he wanted to be a father or not, he would ignore me and pretend like he didn't know who I was. And just recent last year.
Okay, so part of that, a little bit of that is true. I did get mad at a certain time. So a little bit of that is true, and what I mean a little bit of that is true is that I think she did reach out to me. I act like I know the fuck she was, because she was on some games, man. So I was mad as hell. But that was literally only one time, so I can confess to that and admit that part of that is actually true. Let me rewind a little bit.
Asking him if he wanted to be a father or not, he would ignore me and pretend like he didn't know who I was.
Okay, hey, okay, that's true. That part, listen, all right, look, that was only for like a day. But that part, man, she's so crafty. But I ain't a lying ass nigga. That part right there, look, that smidget part, that's true.
Just recent last year, he moved into my parents moved him in. Ooh! Because they wanted to make it work.
Oh, hey, hey, yo, oh my God, yo, she said they moved me in. No, motherfucker, you left my baby in New York, and you went to commit adultery in Texas. What are you talking about? Yeah, this was a year ago. So y'all can go resume that here. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all something. Just so y'all can go watch that at. I can go watch that right here. So go to my Facebook. Add me on Facebook. Appreciate you. Look, I'm laying hands on the sick, healing the sick. Feel me? I look like talking about what she talking about. Anyways, look. So you see this? I did this earlier. Shabar speaks on Sarah, adultery. Look, I got let me show y'all. You don't believe? I got screenshots. Her mom, right? It says he did this on purpose because he's jealous and wants to break up a family. Sarah will pray for the Most High for forgiveness. Whatever. I said, I gotta pray for forgiveness. Let's see what we're getting down to, man. What's going on? What's going on right here? Right. So at this point, we can establish that Sarah's an adulterous woman. She has committed adultery. Y'all might want to go tune in and look at that video. Anyways, back to where we were. I'm just saying, y'all want to see some evidence. Y'all want to see something. We got it. You're a liar, Sarah. You're a liar. That's the real heavy cake right now. This is just a commentary on the slander right here.
When I had already moved on into their establishment, and he ended up calling ACS on me and basically forging that I was neglecting and starving his daughter. So I had to move out because I
did call ACS. You was neglecting and starving my daughter. That's a fact. You had ran and took my daughter away from me. When I got there, listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I stopped everything I was doing. I was living in Louisville, Kentucky. I got multiple witnesses. Stopped my job. If y'all go back and watch that last video, her parents had reached out to me. I went out there to New York. When I got out there, she was out there because they petitioned me to get out there to get her out there because she knew when I got out there she'd take my baby. So she flew from Dallas from committing adultery with Yoden Williams from the Sakari set. We already proved that in my last video. She took my baby out there one day and she went missing. I ain't seen her since, seen my baby since. Yeah, so I called. My baby was malnourished. You left her. You neglected her. You don't give a damn about your daughter. Period, point blank. Stop lying. You're a liar. And if you did give a damn about her, why would you be trying to put your 3-year-old daughter up for adoption? What woman of Israel that keep the law, statutes, and commandments and hand their daughter over to their enemies? Pathetic.
He had also sexually assaulted me and was trying to force himself on me and try to force me to pray with him. So me fleeing from that establishment and going into my auntie's house, he began to call my auntie's house and say all kinds of, disgusting things towards her and about me, and that my parents were informing him and basically giving him ammunition to use against me. I had, of course, had to face DCF, and eventually the case was closed. At this point, I had already made 3 police reports on him because of the harassment and the online cyberbullying and the defamation of my character.
With no proof. She's a liar. So yeah, her father told me she was going around calling the police on me, literally lying, so she can get in them abuse shelter rooms, because she done worn out all her shelter work in New York, so she was trying to get a new shelter. So she's calling, lying. So you threatened me, trying to get orders of protection. This is what bitter women do. Ain't the, well, she don't understand. Ain't the first rodeo, man. Many of people went through the same thing with bitter women like you.
And I also have an open court case, of custody, that I have to go back and forth to court for. And also,
we could have an open court case of custody. Yeah. I'll see you in court, and I have all the receipts. Of all the receipts that was just exposed in the last lab, you're gonna get destroyed.
Recently, texting my mom and telling my mom that I needed to figure out who the father of my child is to his daughter. And recently going.
If that's true, show the receipts. That's a lie.
On Clubhouse and telling people that he hoped me and his daughter died. He was saying this.
Where's the script? Where's the room recorded? Where are the witnesses?
This specific statement for going on 2 years now, and I also have the screenshot proofs of him saying he hoped me and his baby died.
No, it's not about having her own apartment. When I got to New York, I had a place provided for her. Right? In the Ox spot, because the brother was also a Hebrew. We were supposed to be doing a work together in the same body. Right?
Now, getting very overwhelming. Is now becoming.
In the hell with an apartment. How about a trust fund? How about land and actually owning something in a business? An apartment. What are we, 18?
More gruesome, the things that he says about me.
Con. Shalom, grace, peace, everybody.
Right? The guy that's trying to take after these camps, he's doing the same thing, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to say that, sister.
You look at the jealousy. The guy that's trying to take after the camps. You see this? This is jealousy, man. Pharisees. Listen to it. Let's look at that. People, look. That's why I said, I gotta look at it if it's the fruits of the spirit or not. Look at the spirit. Look.
Shalom, grace, peace, everybody.
Right? The guy that's trying to take after these camps, he's doing the same thing, unfortunately. And I'm sorry to say that, sister, but we got to be blunt with what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because what's horrible, and after this I'm gonna give it over to the next brother, or if you want to say something about this, right? Yourself, Sarah. It's really deplorable to hear that he's talking shit. Slakia, no disrespect. He's talking really bad and dirty about you and your kids while you're having the baby.
Yeah, that's madness.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Like that is beyond sickness.
Yeah, that is beyond sickness. And who would do something like that? So as she's having my baby, I'm talking shit. Man, this woman's disgusting, man. I don't even want to even listen to any more of this, man.
To talk bad about your seed and the woman is bearing your seed
pissing me
off. While you're having a child, and then not paying for rent, and it's just there's so many testimonies of this, and you look, there's sincere men out here that are trying, that are doing the best they can. Probably can't even have jobs, and they're still trying to provide for their kids and their children some kind of way in this knowledge. But you have these individuals out here who are trying to be teachers, trying to act like they're healing people, act like they're these great.
Look, act like they're healing people. You're jealous. You salty. You jealous because you ain't shit. I'm done with that bullshit. The woman got hers coming. It's just really that simple. Anybody involved in that, good luck. The hell out of here. Fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Let me kiss something real quick. That's crazy. That's madness. Live. I am live. Come on in. Come on. Right? Through this wave. So obviously her mom's sending the pictures of my daughter. She's sending all these pictures. This is what's happening, right? Communication. Yay, my child. So let's see this. Hey, can we video me? Yeah. Hey, good morning. She's doing wonderful, getting big. She's awake. If you want to see her, I'll FaceTime you. Cool. Give me a second. We FaceTime. I'm gonna send you $50 today. Please help me get my daughter. You see that? Pleading with this woman. Watch this. Tell her I'm not interested in making her a public example. Just need my daughter. She can go live her life. Why did I say that? Because this woman has transgressed and she committed heinous acts. I said, look, I'm so in this spirit. Look, I said, look, I don't even want to commit. I mean, I don't even want to put her out publicly. I just want my daughter. She said, hey, yes, no problem. We are good grandparents. We will harm her for you until you are ready to get your baby. Why did they say this? Because Sarah ran off to go commit adultery to stay with Yodam in Texas. We're going to prove this shit. You shouldn't have fucked with me. You shouldn't have fucked with me. You should have left me alone, man. That's one thing I do. I leave y'all alone. I just talk about the gospel and people want to slander me. I don't know if maybe the Most High just ain't dealing with everybody that slander me. Maybe he hate y'all and he just trying to move y'all out the way. So for no other reason, he sent y'all up against a real prophet of the Most High God, man. Right? Look what it says. It says she's not a burden on us. We are grateful to keep her until you. We are grateful to keep her. See you soon. So this is what her mom is saying. Hey, we're grateful to keep her. See you soon. So her mom is keeping my shorty for me. This is what her mom said. She said, whoa, I'm just finding out she's leaving the guy. They not doing well. Arguments. She's getting money to come back home. I knew it wasn't going to work out. Laugh out loud. Good. Well, she's saying all this to Kate because her daughter's out committing adultery. For some reason, her mom feels like she needs to tell me on what's going on regarding that situation. I really don't care. So I write right here. I said I'm still coming this week. She might as well stay. I said she might as well stay down there and work those things out. I know she. Point is, it is right now. Sarah lied. Why? How do I got communication with me reaching out to your mother? She's FaceTiming me. She's sending me pictures of my daughter. Shit you can't do because you're out in Texas committing adultery with a whole nother man. Confound it, you're a liar. You're gonna get dealt with, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai, nothing short of that. Facts. And I know she's not a burden to you. And I was telling Sarah's mom, like, yeah, she might as well stay down there and work things out. I'm not dealing with her. I'm not dealing with her. Let's see. She said, nah, she said, no, he's an idiot. He's mouthing too much. He's too cocky, loud, and manipulative. He's very ghetto, ugly, light-skinned dude. He changes her mind. She's leaving him. Laugh out loud. Elizabeth is never a burden on us. She is a wonderful baby, and she's been happy being with grandparents and uncles and aunties. We're all supportive to Elizabeth. Shalom, brother. Later. Said thank you. So this is her mom telling me this, right? I say thank you so much. Sorry for being a jackass in times past. Forgive me, because just predicated upon things. Just how it is. Going back and forth with things of that nature. So I'm like appreciative that they are doing their job as grandparents. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Salakia. You know what I mean? She says, you are always welcome. My husband and I forgive you. You are our son. You are a real man, a good father. Dang. Have a wonderful weekend. You are 1,000% forgiven. Why is Sarah's... Yeah, so why is Sarah mama going on record and saying the complete opposite of what Sarah was saying? That's interesting. Sarah's lying. So Sarah gives one testimony, but here's me being a witness, and her mama's also a witness. So there's two witnesses against Sarah. Confounded. Sarah's mother giving a different testimony than what Sarah is giving. Right? Can somebody explain that to me? Why is Sarah's mother, my slanderous ex-adulterous wife, giving a different testimony? Confounded. Let's keep going. I said, thanks. I forgive Sarah also. I'll be out there to see you all. We can go out to eat on me. Right? I even said I forgave this adulterous bitch, man. Hold on. Yeah, second that. And how am I so broken homeless if I'm saying I'm sending her money for my daughter and even saying, hey, we can go out to eat on me? said, right? She said, yes, that sounds fantastic. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much. I say all praises. She said, Sarah is under attack. You goddamn right she's under attack, right? She's under... Yeah, nigga, 50. What's wrong with $50? She been getting money. You got to understand, this is a transaction with me and her mother. Just because I showed one receipt and me giving some money about $50, I don't mean it was only $50. Yeah, nigga, so let's say, hey, hold on. Let's say it was only $50. Some niggas ain't doing shit. How about that, nigga? Attack right goddamn now by going live with some Sakari rejects who don't do anything but spew hatred. These guys don't got a ministry in the gospel. Some quick cash. Hey, Mark. When you pulled up in Arizona, you pulled up to a $500,000 house in trust, correct? Put a 1 in the chat if that's true. You got somebody in the chat that clearly don't know me. I don't know what this dude's talking about. But anyways, let me keep going. They don't preach the word. They just come against Israelites all day. They don't even have a ministry, man. These dudes have been doing the same thing since 2018. Right? Immediately when Ikaron left, he got judged and put in a damn coma. And Gorilla Hebrew went to see him, and this is how you repay your brothers, man. Because you bitter. This is sad, man. You guys are grown-ass men. You a collab and get up there with a woman and slander me when I have text messages that's saying the complete opposite. Her mother is saying Sarah is under attack. I say I'm praying for her and fasting. We're up against spiritual warfare. She said the guy punched her. I'm about to call Dallas. So Sarah committed adultery with her brother from Sakari, she moved to Dallas and started to get her ass beat, according to her mother. The brother's name